What is up, guys? It is DMG here, and today we are going to be looking at the Summer Showdown Fabinho card. Now, there are two cards, obviously, for Summer Showdown, and again, if you don't know what that is, there are two teams that play in real life, and whoever wins, the card for the team who wins gets boosted by 3. So Fabinho is one of them, and the other one is Phil Foden. Now, in my opinion, I believe Fabinho is the better card. There aren't really a lot of top-tier defensive mids compared to attackers, and you know, while Phil Foden obviously does have a good card on him, his card is also just not, you know, the best card, especially right now. Whereas Fabinho could have one of the best defensive mid cards in the game. Even right now, he is like that. But even if he gets upgraded by +3, it's going to be absolutely disgusting. The price for it is very simple. It's an 83 rated squad, an 80 chemistry for Foden, 83 rated squad and 75 chemistry for Fabinho. And then you also need an 84 rated squad with an inform or team of the season. And that's 70 chemistry, I believe, for Fabinho. So, I mean, they're going to be around the same price. I think Foden might actually be even a tiny bit more expensive, considering you need a little bit more chemistry for his 83 rated squad. But, you know, like I said, they're both very cheap. And, you know, even if you don't like them, you could still put them in for fodder, which is a great thing as well. So I did mention that Fabinho obviously has a great card on him, and you could either go with an engine, which I did, or a shadow, one of the two, right? Shadow is just going to increase the pace because his defending is already great. The engine is going to increase his agility, balance, and dribbling to make him a little bit more responsive on the ball and hopefully able to move back and forth and basically strafe a little bit easier. But he's 6'2", medium high, which is fantastic for a defensive mid. He's got 3-star, 3-star. You know, you could play him at center back, but mostly he's just going to be at defensive mid, right? You're not going to be playing him forward. You're not going to play him at center attack mid or anything like that. And, you know, while he does have great stats on him, he also has some decent shooting, so if you do manage to find him forward for whatever reason, I think he will manage to actually put a couple of goals away if, again, you do manage to find him in that position. What? Yeah, okay, I'll take that. Okay, first game and 5 at the back. That's fun. He does have that Phil Foden card. Interesting. He's got couple of players off chem actually, so that's interesting. So like I said, Fabinho is going to be playing an offensive-minded role the entire time. However, it's going to be a little different for what we try him out in. One's going to be a 1 defensive mid formation, another one's going to be a 2 defensive mid formation, another is going to be center mids, but he's going to be a center mid who obviously stays back. So it's just going to depend on you know, the formation that we're running. Okay, let's see how Fabinho does here. I will say initially, he doesn't obviously feel like super fast, right? His pace isn't bad. His agility and balance isn't great, however, both at 77. So that's why I wanted to kind of increase it a little bit more with the engine. I do like him getting open on the ball. So while he is defensive-minded, he does look to just get open, which is really nice to see. Fabinho's already sitting back. That's good to see. Okay. So he's really sitting in that defensive mid role. That's good to see. He's marking, or he's kind of shadow marking Mertens, which is really nice. Kind of sitting in that middle there. Again, good to see. Okay. Needs to get back a little bit more. Gets a good tackle in. Good to see. Good Fabinho. So him being 6'2", he's obviously going to have a very good tackle / interception radius on him. So it's going to be he's going to be able to get the ball and you know, have again just a larger radius for intercepting and tackling. And just to reiterate, we did score that goal from Fabinho's tackle. So again, that's something that's really nice that Fabinho, while, you know, he's obviously defensive-minded, he is still incredibly good on the ball, and he can pass really well. So he can make the tackle and then start the counterattack. Yeah, I'm just kind of seeing where Fabinho kind of sits. He is really shadow marking one of the strikers, which is kind of nice, actually. Again, this is a 2 center mid set. So it is a 4-4-2. So he's not going to be sitting back all the way because, again, that's not necessarily his, his position. He's not a defensive mid right now. Fabinho with another tackle. Good, good. See, look at that. Fabinho, he recognizes the space in the attack, which is fantastic, actually. A lot of the time, great goal in Ndombele, oh my god. A lot of the time, players who I want to be sitting back, they don't go forward to make themselves available, which is really frustrating because obviously, they sit back, which isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world defensively, but in the attack, I could lose out on a goal like that because they're not coming forward to receive the ball and make themselves available for a pass. Again, he's looking to get open on the attack. Not necessarily making runs, not necessarily, trying to go forward, which is fine, right? We don't want that. It's the fact that he's just trying to get open, so then, if need be... Oh my god, Ndombele. 3-star weak foot, and it's still a great finish. He's just trying to provide an outlet for us, which is very fantastic. So, 4-0 rage quit there, and honestly, like, he did well. He did well. It's only a 7.8, but, it's kind of overshadowed by the fact that Ndombele had 2 goals and Garrincha had an assist. But, I mean, 2 of 2 tackles. I'm almost positive he actually had 3 tackles. Again, led the team. 11 out of 11 dribbles, 15 out of 16 passes, so easily the most heavily involved. Again, that's probably from the fact that he makes himself available. He doesn't try to attack, but he's always open for a pass. Also worth noting that he did have 2 interceptions, which led the team. And in terms of ball retention, he won 4 out of the 5, which also led the team. Okay, next game. Kent, Ben Yedder in the same team. Really? Oh my god. That's, wow. That's an interesting one. So what we're going to do this time is we are going to put him in a defensive mid-set, 2 defensive mid-set. So we're going to go 4-2-3-1 to see just kind of, again, where he positions himself, where he's going, and to see if he's any good there. Okay, so Fabinho. Good interception. Great outlet pass. I mean, I mentioned it before. I think that a shadow might actually be the best case for him because while his agility and balance aren't top tier, you might need to increase that pace just a little bit. Good Fabinho again. Good interception. I mean, again, I've said it before. Wow, I tried to face up for that pass. I've said it before. The fact that he's 6'2" is really helpful because he has that large interception and tackle radius. Good stuff. Beautiful. So, I think in a 2 defensive mid-set, it's nice to have Fabinho, who is just big, obviously great at defending, and, his pace, while isn't top tier, it's not bad either. But in a 2 defensive mid-set, it's fantastic to have a player who's more agile, maybe just a little bit quicker. So in Ndombele, they really go off each other extremely well. Okay, Fabinho, where do you go? He's making himself space. Again, like I said, that's good. I want, my defensive mids, while being defensive, to just be available for passes. There we go. Good. Good pass out. Hit up Diaby. Beautiful. Across. And great goal. Perfect. So I'm not sure. I know Fabinho started the counterattack with his pass. Again, his passing, his dribbling is good enough, especially for a defensive mid. I don't know if he made the interception or the tackle. That might have been in Ndombele or someone else, but I know his pass started it. Nice, Fabinho. Good again. Perfect. So I've noticed that he really likes to shadow his opponents a lot. So if you are able to kind of recognize that, and then you see a pass going to his player that he's marking, you're going to be able to quickly get the ball off of him. Off of your opponent, that is. Okay, so we are going to go back into a 4-4-2. I do want to see how he goes against the formation in this case. Good tackle again, Fabinho. Perfect. Good Fabinho. Again, there's that height coming in. there have been countless times where I'll have something where it's not going to be on. That's a dumb goal. Or I'm not going to be able to get an interception because of the height of the defensive mid. So another goal started from a Fabinho interception, Fabinho tackle, or something like, you know, of the sort. Ah, what is that? Fabinho, perfect. Something I've actually noticed about him is that, you know, we all know tackles aren't necessarily the best. You try to make a tackle and sometimes it just goes straight back to the opposition, or Fabinho, or, you know, your players just don't get it. But what I've noticed is that your own Fabinho specifically gets the ball and retains it most of the time. Right there, and Fabinho going forward when it makes sense. That is fantastic. I love that. That's something that I rarely see from a lot of players, actually. Again, Fabinho with another tackle. Another tackle. Beautiful. So another good game by Fabinho. Again, no goals or assists. Again, he was a little overshadowed with the goals and assists from, you know, Diaby and Ndombele and Garrincha. So it kind of makes sense why his rating isn't as high as theirs, because FIFA tends to put the importance on goals and assists much higher than any of the defenders. That being said, 6 of 10 tackles. I actually did not think I attempted that many. But, I mean, you know, led the team in tackles with 6 out of 10. And then you can see Ndombele with 4 out of 4. So it's nice to have that pairing. It's nice to have a defensive, out-and-out player in the midfield, and then you have someone who is good at defending but can also go forward, who's also quicker and a little bit more agile, so they can go off of one another very well. And I'm going to mention real quick, Ndombele had 3 interceptions, ball retention, you know, won 7 out of the 9 attempts, and then Fabinho had 5 interceptions. Again, that height, that, you know, that span, that interception radius we've talked about before, that's able to, you know, he's able to make those tackles and those interceptions that someone like Ndombele, who's a little bit shorter, can't do. And in terms of ball retention, you know, he's 112 out of 15. All right, and that's a shit hole. Okay, in this last game, we're gonna see, at least test out a little bit how Fabinho does in a 1 defensive mid formation, so a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Good Fabinho, perfect. Already off to a good start. Okay, Fabinho needs to be a little bit better there. Oh, good run. Good run, great pass. Everything perfectly set up there. One thing I am noticing in a 1 defensive mid formation, such as this one with Fabinho, is that he's not necessarily the quickest, which we know. So if you do set him up in a 1 defensive mid formation, you're most likely going to need a shadow. Oof. And again, see, if I was a little bit quicker there, I have a feeling I might have been able to get the ball. Good Fabinho. Again, like, see, look, that's what I mean right there, is that he doesn't go forward all of the way. He's not trying to attack, and he realizes this. But what he is trying to do is just, again, make himself available, get open space, so then the attack can actually continue. That's a good tackle. He should have the ball there. Good Fabinho, way to get it back. Oh. And again, how many goals have we scored in this video that started from an interception or a tackle from Fabinho? Absolutely fantastic. Fabinho is a stud. Okay, that's... I mean, it should have been a goal, maybe, maybe not, but that's obviously lucky in the end. Another rage quit, really nice to see. Fabinho, highest in the midfield, at least from center mids. Not sure how you can make 3 of 2 tackles. Let's just say he made 3 out of 3 tackles. 11 out of 11 dribbles, 14 out of 16 passes. That's really nice. He had a tackling percentage of 150% because he lost -1 tackles. He also had 2 interceptions, which I believe, yes, led the team. So, overall, incredibly great performances from him. Okay, so those were the games. Hopefully you did enjoy them. For me, personally, I think Fabinho, and this might actually be a little bit controversial, but I think he is the best defensive mid in the Premier League when it comes to FIFA. And I know saying that again, is a little bit controversial because there is that Team of the Year Conte, right? And again, I'm still going to go with Fabinho because, wow, Conte is better, right? Stats-wise, he's better. I'm not going to argue that. The thing is that Conte is also 5'6", and that is a huge, huge thing that's going against him. For me personally, I want my players to be able to intercept the ball and have that large tackle radius. That's why for me, Boateng is probably my favorite center back in the game because he's 6'4". He has that big frame, so one, he has a larger tackle radius and interception radius. Two, he's going to be bigger when it comes to blocking shots, right? He's just bigger body in the way. And three, even though there are a lot of center backs who have tremendous strength, which obviously Boateng does as well, having that giant frame is going to increase that, is going to help that. Right? So Conte, you know, he has 81 strength. That's not the worst thing in the world. But being 5'6", he's not really going to bully anyone off the ball. Fabinho being 90 strength, which is good. That's good strength. It's not top tier though, like Boateng's 99. Him being 6'2", he's gonna bully people off the ball. He has that capability, right? Just like Ndombele, who has higher strength than Fabinho. He's 5'11". Right? So if you have to go for someone who's, you know, 90 strength and 91, essentially the same strength, are you going to choose someone who's a little bit shorter or a little bit taller? You're obviously going to go with someone who's bigger because that frame and that giant body is going to help them tackle and essentially win the ball back for you more often than someone who's smaller. I will say this about Fabinho, is that you will probably put a shadow on him. I don't want to say you will have to, because, you know, with an engine, I thought he was pretty good. However, you know, I think that if in order to be the best version that he can be, is that a shadow is probably going to be the best, especially in a one defensive mid formation, mainly because, you know, if he has 99 acceleration, which he would have with a shadow, he's going to be able to move back and forth really, really well. And then along with that, with his height, he's also going to be able to make interception or tackle. There was a time in the last game actually where he had a chance to make an interception. I think it was maybe just like an inch or two away or a yard or two away. Whereas if he did have that 99 pace, that 99 acceleration, which he would have had with the shadow, I do genuinely believe that he would have made that interception. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I do highly recommend Fabinho. Again, like I said, one of the best cards in the game and someone that you will, in my opinion, regret if you do not complete him. But like I said, that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been DMG. Peace.